everyone. This is a review regarding algebraic properties of equality. We have some examples. So here's your algebraic properties of equality, and we're going to solve for x. So we're just going to write this, I'm going to write this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so I don't have to write them. The first thing we did for the first step is distribute. So that's the distributive property. So I'm going to write this as number 4. And then what I did is I added 5 to both sides. That's your addition property, so that would be number 1. And then what I did is subtracted 9x from both sides. And I got x equals 7. So that's the subtraction property. That would be number 2. And do the same thing for this one. We're going to let this be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's given for the first statement. And what I did is I subtracted, let me just write it out, 4x minus 7 equals 6x plus 7. So to get the second step, or the A step, I subtracted 6x from both sides, and that gave me negative 2x minus 7 equals 7. So that's what I did. I subtracted, so that's number 2. And then what I did is I added 7 to both sides to give me negative 2x equals 14. And so that's the subtraction, or that's the addition property, which is number 1. And then I divided both sides by negative 2, and I got x equals negative 7. I divide by negative 2. That's your division property, which is number 4. And the last one, we're going to do the same thing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the first thing I did is distribute. So that's number 5. Then I added 5 to both sides. You add 5 to both sides. That's the addition property. That is number 1. And then I subtracted 9 from both sides. That subtraction property is number 2. And then for this one, I added 2x to both sides to get the 10x. That's your addition property. And then I added 5 to both sides of the equation to get this step. So that's also addition property. And then I divided both sides by 10, and that is your division property. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.